I've always been adventurous. Even as a kid, when I'd go to sleepaway camp, I never got homesick, so I wasn't worried about moving to Melbourne, Australia for study abroad. I was pretty confident that I'd be fine and make friends. However, when I arrived, the city threw me a curveball. I've always lived in small towns, from growing up in upstate New York to attending college in eastern Pennsylvania, and Melbourne is the second largest city in Australia, and it's growing quickly. I went into study abroad determined to learn how to be okay with being on my own, so I isolated myself from the whole city, and that made me really depressed. I didn't know the place, I didn't know the people, and I found myself thinking, man, in a city this big, if I died tomorrow, nobody would know, nobody would care, and the whole place would keep going as if nothing happened. I didn't feel like I mattered there because I wasn't part of a community, but in a small town, I felt like people knew me and cared about me, and I felt like I was making an impact on the space. So it was clear that I needed to find a community for myself in the city. In an effort to balance my mental health, get myself interacting with locals, and restore my bank account, I decided to get a job. At the time, I didn't realize how significant this decision would be. But my coworkers respected my work ethic, they enjoyed my company, and they really took me in. I remember the first party they invited me to and how happy I felt to finally be included in something genuinely and organically Australian. My coworkers, especially Lily, Sasha, and Rafi, became some of my best friends. And Aussies can be hesitant to get too attached to visitors because they know they'll be gone in a few months. But we got along so well that we couldn't help it. Thanks to these new friends, I started meeting people who knew my face from pictures or heard my name in conversation, and I really felt like I was carving out a place for myself in this community. I was developing my identity within it and finding inspiring people who wanted to get to know me. Lily influenced my punk style while introducing me to Melbourne's punk scene. Sasha taught me how to DJ and dance to techno music with me, and Raffi stretched my intellectual mind to corners of thought I didn't even know I was capable of. So as you can see, getting a job to immerse myself in Melbourne's culture was one of the best decisions I made abroad. Not only did finding a community help my mental health, it showed me a way of life that I'm happiest living. I fell in love with my friends, I fell in love with the city, I fell in love with the culture, and I fell in love with my time abroad. I can't wait to return to Melbourne and the equanimity I was able to find there.